What else? So before going to his website specifically, I'll go to organization rankings. So let's go to organizations. So we're still like at the computer vision domain, and here you can see like how they rank by organization. So say you're still an undergrad and you want to say, okay, I want to apply to my PhD studies in computer vision. So instead of like saying, okay, I want to go to MIT, Berkeley, Carnegie Mellon, and Stanford, which is where everyone applies, and those schools are also good in vision, here you can see a rating of schools that are specifically very good in vision. So for example, UIUC, according to this ranking, stands better than MIT. That's debatable, maybe, but I know that UIUC has a very, very strong, and it's a great like computer vision group. They have a group of all stars there with John Pons, David Forsyth, Svetlana Lazebnik, and a postdoc at my lab here actually did his PhD, I believe, in psychology. So he did like human-based inspired vision there. He didn't actually do CS, but like he worked cross distance with Fei Li, who's at Stanford, with computer vision. So here you can see, right, UCLA, NUS, UC San Diego, University of Maryland, Oxford. I mean, because Andrew Zisserman is there, and Philip Torre is also there. I believe he just moved in. I might be wrong, but I believe that's what's up. INRIA is a great place in France for vision and machine learning. This is the ETH Zurich, Stanford, Berkeley with Giselle Merrick and Trevor Durrell. They have a lot of strong machine learning people there too. Stanford with Fei Li. I don't know if Andrew Ng and Daphne Collar count as vision, but definitely Stanford has a strong vision group with Fei Brown. And here you can even see like companies, like for example Google, Microsoft. There might be a bias, and again this is Microsoft Academic Search. What else can we see here? The Technion is a pretty awesome place for vision too. It's in Israel. Mitsubishi Electric Research Labs. So yeah, you get the idea. Now I want to switch to conferences, which is also important. Like if you're starting out in a field, you really need to know where you're supposed to look at. So and what papers you're supposed to read. So the first and most important like conference in vision is CVPR. Then comes ECCV and ICCV, BMVC as well. I'd say these are pretty much the top 4 that you should read. You don't see it here, but this one's I've read some stuff here, but these 4 are like the top 4 that they're like must-have readings. In journals you'll see PAMI probably. I'll load it right now. And isn't it? Why isn't it here? International. Maybe I think IEEE transactions on pattern analysis and machine intelligence is in AI and machine learning. Maybe, and they didn't put it in vision, but in vision it is probably these 2. International Journal of Computer Vision and Transactions on Medical Imaging. So before we switch to Google Scholar, let's go over publications. Someone says, what are the seminal papers? What are the most transcendent papers in vision in the last 5 years? So notice that you can change here like all years, right? So I want to keep it at 5. So Label Me, this is from Antonio Torralba. It's his group at MIT. Robust face recognition via Sparse. I'm not sure who authored that paper. Let's go back to that in a while. SURF, which is for features. Yeah, the discriminatory trained multi-scale deformable parts model. I believe this is work of Pedro Felsenswald and Deva Ramanan. Oh gee, my. Yeah, Deva Ramanan and Pedro Felsenswald. And what other papers? The Pascal VOC Object Recognition Challenge. And so you could go over all of these papers and see, depending on each subfield in vision, which are the most important for you. So I want to just finish with that when it comes to Microsoft Academic Search. And just as we had, he's Alexei Efros, but he's called Alyosha as well. I'm gonna Google Scholar him so you can see the difference in stats. Whoops. This is my mistake. Oh, silly me. So here what you should do is, that's my typo, you should type here Google Scholar and Alyosha Efros, and here you'll see like his Scholar page. So here it's kind of like a Facebook profile for researchers. So you'll see like his stats and his papers, and here I actually think that Google does a better job in mining all of the citations better than Microsoft Academic Search. So let's go to Alyosha stats here. Here it says publication 72 and 4,500 citations. Here you can see you don't have his number of publications actually. Well, you could show. So I put like show 100. Okay, so 82. He's had 82 ranked publications and 8,167. Well, 10,624 publications all time. Here they only found 4,500 all time. So you can definitely see a big difference. The H-index, you should read about that. It's a really good metric to have in mind. The higher the better. The I-10 index as well. I won't go over that right now, but you can a pretty cool thing to do is you can see his field. So Alyosha does research in computer vision, computer graphics, and computational photography, and you can see his like top collaborators, kind of like top friends on Facebook, something like that. So he collaborates a lot with Marshall Herbert, Derek Hoym, who I believe was his PhD student, Bill Freeman, who's at MIT, Joseph Civic. I think Joseph is at INRIA. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's at INRIA. Okay. I've heard him speak too. He has like very interesting ideas, and he did the Google video retrieval, I think, paper with Andrew Zisserman, Brian Rissell, Andrew Zisserman, Tomas Marisweiss is a great friend of mine, and he's a postdoc at MIT with Antonio Torralba, and was a former PhD student of Alyosha as well. Jitendra Malik, Alyosha was actually Jitendra's PhD student at Berkeley, probably around 20 years ago, when I was still a baby. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And here you can see like his citations and the year each paper was published. So that's up to you to look them up. Im2GPS is a really beautiful paper. You should definitely see. In geometric context from a single image. He's done a lot of research. Scene completion using millions of photographs. They use Poisson blending, I believe. So, alright, that's done. Google Scholar authors. So let's go visit Alyosha's website and see